Hello everyone, welcome to Byte Nexus Tech. So far in previous videos we have covered all basic concept needed for learning programming. So all the fundamental topics has been covered already. Now we will begin with the control statements. In this video, directly going to the topic, I would like to walk you through the analogy like in every video we do. So the real world analogy, what it is, we'll see. Let's take one person is there, Kumar. Okay, so Kumar has his brain. Okay, so what are the control statement? First, we'll see that. Like if Kumar went outside and if it is raining, what will happen? If it is raining, Kumar will open his umbrella. Okay, and if it is not raining, he will close whatever opened umbrella is there. Right? So if it is yes, if it is no. So what happened here? What happened? Kumar's brain is very talented and it is controlled by him. Means his actions, whatever Kumar needs to do, whether he should open or not, his actions are controlled by his brain. That are the control statements in programming also same way. If what his brain will see, he will see whether the condition is if it is raining, then he will perform the action of opening umbrella. If it is not raining, then he will perform the action of closing umbrella. So what it happened? Brain has taken the decision, okay, based on the conditions. Based on the condition, brain has taken the decision. So to perform which action? So this flow is called as control statements in programming also. Okay, I hope you have understood this simple analogy. Now we'll move to the next. So we have three people. So we will understand all those three topics. Like here I have mentioned condition statement, looping statement, break and continue. By name itself, it says that condition means based on the conditions, the control will move. Here looping means so control will go into the loop whenever we want to execute something in loop repeatedly. So break and continue means break means execution will break. Like if you perform the action of stopping something, like if you have car and if you pressed the brake, what will happen? Then car will stop. But what and the another one is continue. Continue it's nothing but it will skip that particular flow and it will go to the next iteration, we can say. So now here we'll see all those things. We have three-person. One is Amar, okay. Another one is Akbar. Another one is Anthony. Okay, we have three persons. So what will happen if for Amar I want to see if he is Indian or not. Okay, if he is Indian, then if it is true, if he is Indian, then welcome, say welcome. Okay, if he is not Indian, then this condition will be false. If the condition is false, then I'll say bye bye. Okay, for Amar. So what happening here? I'm checking the condition, means control of the program will check the condition if Amar is Indian or not, whatever the candidate is coming, he is Indian or not. If he is Indian, then we'll print welcome or we'll execute whatever the statement we need to perform any action, whatever it is. If it is false, then what we'll do, we'll say bye. Okay, so this is the conditional statement. Okay. So far we have understood condition statement. Now, if I want to repeat this statement for Akbar also and for Anthony also, then if I write this same condition statement, I'll give as CS. If I write same here also, I need to write this one condition statement for Akbar. Okay. So I'll write here Indian, and if he is true, then welcome. If he is false, then bye, and some same condition I want to write so third candidate. Okay, the if he's Indian or not, if it is true, welcome, if it is false, bye. So same condition if I'm writing, what if there are hundreds of candidates? So I need to write these all, okay, these condition 100 times, which is very a redundant code we are writing, right? And it is not meaningful in programming. Programming is should be optimized. So to make it optimize and to whatever the task we are performing, action we are performing, to make it automatic instead of writing repeatedly, which we are writing repeatedly, so that we can automate by using looping statement. What I will do, I will do means looping state. I'll put one loop. In this loop, what will happen? Only it will check Indian. Only one time I am writing the condition. If it is true or false, here bye and here welcome. What I'll do, I will send here each candidate I'll send into this loop. First Amar will come. Amar will see condition if he is from India, then condition will be true and Amar will be welcomed. Later second person will come. Later Akbar will come. If Akbar comes, Akbar is in Indian, then it will be true and then he'll be welcomed. Anthony will come and Anthony is not from India. Let's take he is from USA. Then the condition will be false and we'll put the by. So on, we can make this repetitive task, repetitive condition check into one loop, and we can perform this repeatedly through one small code only. So this is the looping statement we can say. Let's take these two completed. Now third one is break. Break means what I will do, I want only Amar. Okay, I don't want Anthony and Akbar to check whether they are from India or not. I just want to check only Amar. So what I will do, I'll put here one check that if Amar is sorry, if Akbar is there, means first person is Amar, second person is Akbar, third person is Anthony. What I'll do, if Akbar comes, so I'll put the break. So after putting the break after the Akbar, then what will happen? Amar will come, Amar will execute, and Amar will be welcomed. But for Akbar, it won't check. If I put this break, execution will stop and control will come out of the loop or statement. Then only Amar will be on the screen as welcomed. The similar fashion we have continue. So in continue, what will happen if we write the continue keyword after the Akbar, then what will happen? Amar will be checked whether he is from Indian or not. Later, control will see this continue. If Akbar is the candidate and for him, if I am writing continue, then he will skip this iteration. Means the check condition is skipped for Akbar and next control will go to the next iteration that is for Anthony it will check. So Amar and Anthony will be printed on the output. So this is the control statement we see in our programming. Now we will go to the directly to learn that by examples. So first is if. If means, so for if here condition will be there and based on the condition one statement will be there. Okay, statement always ends with a colon. So if you want, you can put this chain bracket also. So this is it will indicate the block of code will be inside this condition. So for this one example, I can give that if name is equals to, let's take Kumar. Okay, if name is Kumar, then we can print welcome to Byte Nexus Tech. Right. So this is the one condition by using if we can say. Another next one will be if else. I hope you are understanding these are very simple things. So for if else, if the condition it will check the condition. If it is true, means after checking the condition is true, then it will give the statement, let's take 1 or else keyword, then it will give, if statement 1 means condition 1 is wrong, if it is false, then obviously it needs to be go in else part, that is statement 2. For this also we can write one example. Let's take if a is greater than a equal to 10 and b equal to 5. Okay, a is greater than b, then print a is bigger. Okay, else print b is bigger. Now what will happen here? What will happen here means, first a is 10, 5 is b is 5. So a is greater than b. Is it right or wrong? 10 is greater than 5, so it is true. The statement control will go here, it will print a is bigger. Control will not go to this else part as first condition has been satisfied. So now third will be uh, third C is if else if ladder. If else if ladder. This is same extension to if else. So what if marks are, let's say marks are 70, okay, and if condition is if marks greater than 90, then print A grade, okay, else else now else if we will write. Why else if means, as in if else what we are doing, if one condition satisfied then print, if not satisfied then else part, but here we are checking multiple conditions. Okay, multiple conditions we are checking here in ladder case. So if requirement is such a requirement that we need to check multiple condition, then we need to do. Okay, marks is greater than 90, A grade. Marks is greater than 80, B grade. Okay, and same way, else if marks are greater than 70, C grade. Okay, so else will write printf. If all the condition are not satisfied, then else part will always, we should write this else part. This is the good programming standards we can say. So else part, he is a D grade person. So control will see marks is equals to 70, then control will check this condition. Okay, after this condition does not satisfy, 70 is not greater than 90, control will go to the next. Here also greater 70 is not greater than 80, so again control will check this condition also. It is greater than 70 but not greater than equal to. If it is greater than equal to, we would have control will go to print C grade, but it is only greater than 70 which is not satisfied, then control will go to the D grade and it will print the D grade as output. So this is the else if ladder we have seen. Now we'll see the one nested if else. Okay, so for checking the nested if else, let's take if A equal to 10, B equal to 8, C equal to 5. I want to check which one is greater than, means which one is bigger among these three. So what I will write, I'll see what I'll write. I'll check if A is greater than B. So if A is greater than B, else A will be lesser than B, right? If A is greater than big, so in this nested means in one condition statement, okay, one condition statement, in this again you are putting nesting means in that again you are putting another one condition, inside that one condition you are putting another one condition, that is called nestings. So we have nesting nested if else. Now if the program is to find out the which one is the bigger element, so how can we found bigger or biggest element? So how can we found, if A is greater than B, then A also should be greater than C, then print A. Okay, else print C, right? Now in else part what we will do, if now A is greater than B. If it doesn't satisfy, then what will happen? B should be greater than A. Sorry, just a mistake. I put here semicolon, which we shouldn't. Okay. So now first, if B is greater than A, then it will print B as output, else it will print C as output. So far what happened, guys, we'll see here. First, A will be compared with B. Okay, as we have seen, this is the nested, means one condition stays into another condition. So it will check, control will check 10 is greater than 8. If 10 is greater than 8, then 10 is should be also greater than 5, right? If A is greater than B, then A should also greater than C, then we will print A, else we'll print C, right? So what if B can be greater than A? So if B can be greater than A or C, so we need to check this condition that B should be greater than A. If it is, then B. If it is not, then C. Okay. So this way we can perform the nested if else. Now we'll go to the next conditions. Condition statement completed. Now looping state. So looping statements. In the looping statements, as I said that whenever we want to do some actions or some condition we want to check, we perform if some statements we need to execute repeatedly in a loop. At that time we use, instead of writing those statements many times, let's take, if I want to print here name, okay, as Kumar, here name as Akbar, okay, here name as Anthony, here name as Amar. So if I want to print such statements, and in programming there are many bigger codes will be there. If you keep on writing this such code, then it will be very unproductive and inefficient writing of the code. So we need to optimize this code. What we can do, we can make one loop, and in that loop we just say that whatever name is there, and we'll keep on passing the candidates, whatever candidates, Amar, Akbar, Anthony, Kumar, and we'll just print it. Only instead of writing these thousands of line, we can just run the loop for 1,000 times by putting only one line inside this loop. So this is the main purpose of the looping statement. Now we have first for loop. So for loop is nothing but for. Inside that, first we'll see the syntax of it. Initializes semicolon. It will check the condition. After that semicolon, and it will increment or decrement the whatever iterations are there. After that, we will write the statements inside this. So let's take example. If you want to count the numbers, or if you want to print the number from 1 to 5, how will you do? So for that we can use for loop. Inside that we can say initialization means initialize the variable. So what, as we want to print 1 to 5, so what I will do, I'll initialize one variable I to 1. Okay, semicolon. So if variable you are initializing as C is statically typed, so we need to write its data type as int. So int I equal to 1. Now initialization completed. Now condition we need to write. If now I, here condition we can write in this only, if I is less than 6, or else we can say if it is less than or equal to 5, means 5 also will come inside this condition. And after that it will increment this whatever variable we have initialized or we have used for checking this. If we want to increment, you can write I plus plus. I plus plus is nothing but I equal to I plus 1. Okay, so I plus plus is nothing but I equal to I plus 1, means it will add one iteration, okay, every time. So now what will happen, I'll printf, as we have seen format specifier also, percentage %d will write, comma, whatever the variable we want to print. What it will print? First it will check the condition I equal to 1. Okay, as we have given I equal to 1, I then next initialization completed. After that condition will check I is less than or equal to 5. Yes, it is I is less than equal to 5. Then it will print the output. Next it will increment. Okay, output will be 1 now and it has incremented to I means I was 1 before, so I equal to I plus 1 means 1 plus 1, it will be 2. Now I is 2. So now again it will come to this only initialization happen only once. Later only condition check and increment, condition check and increment every time. Okay. Now 2 is lesser than or equal to 5, then it will print this as output 2 percentage d as we have seen, and next it will increment to 3. Okay, as we have seen here. I was 2, now it will increment to 3. Every time it will increment by 1. Then it will come again 3 is lesser than or equal to 5. Yes, it is satisfying the condition. It will print output and again control will go to increment. Then 4. After 4 it will come back here. It will check the condition. If it is satisfying, yes, 4 is less than or equal to 5, then it will print. Again condition will increment by 1. So it will be 5. 5 is lesser than or equal to 5. Yes, it is right. True condition. So 5, then it will increment to 6, then 6 is lesser than or equal to 5, which is the false condition, then control will come out of this loop. Okay, so whatever output we wanted, instead of printing 1 2 3 4 5, we'll get with only single print. Inside the loop we are getting this on our screen. So this is the main, we can say, applications or use case of this looping statement. Now we will go to the next, while loop. Okay, so what while loop, and what when we write the for loop when we write means when we know the fixed iteration, means we know the iterations, how many iterations we want to perform. At that time we will use for, and while we use for unknown iteration if we don't know the iterations. The above is for known iteration and while loop for unknown iteration. Okay, so while loop, let's take same fashion. If I want to print the numbers, then what I will do, then I can use here while loop, but it based on some certain condition. If I is here, I'll define one int I equals to 1. If I is less than 6, okay, if I is less than 6, then print the percentage d I, okay, and increment it. We write incrementation here. Okay, so what will happen? Control will come into the while loop. It will see int I equal to, we have initialized to 1. Okay, then control will come here. 1 is less than 6. It will print. Then 1 will be incremented to 2. Output is 1 incremented to 2. Again condition, it will check the condition. So like this it will keep on checking the condition and putting the output, checking the condition, putting the output. When it increment to 6, now 6 is less than or equal to 6, which is a wrong, means which is false condition, then execution will come out of this loop. So for while loop we use condition, it will give the output until the condition satisfies, or else it will come out of the loop. This was the while loop, and same do while loop is also okay. Third one is do while. What do while loop will do means, first it will at least once it will execute. Okay, maybe for loop while loop won't may or may not execute even one time also, but do while loop at every time it will execute at least once. Means let's take, if you go to the ATM, okay, on the ATM screen, if you log in your card, then it will show cash withdrawal or any options. It will show the options first, right? So whatever the option it is showing, for those options, we can, like, even if you log in, once you are login, then whether you are a correct candidate or not, first it will print these options for you. It will check later whether you are correct candidate for this card or not. That will be another case. But at least once it will print, means it will execute at least once. So do, inside this do we will write our statement printf whatever percentage di we want to print. Then and as I incrementing, so here downside we will write while if I is less than 6. What we are doing, do at least one you execute this. If it satisfies the condition, next again it will execute till 5. If 6 is less than 6, then once it is failed, then it will come out of this loop. Okay, this is the do while case. Now we'll go to the break and continue. What one that is? Third one is break and the continue keywords. Okay, as I said that break is to stop the execution and break the flow and come out of the loop. Come out of loop. And what is the continue keyword? Continue keyword means it will skips the current iteration. Okay, current iteration and move on to next iteration. Okay, so I'll walk you through the example to understand it better. What if someone asks you to print only till 5. Let's say we have one for loop. In this for loop, int I is equals to 1, I is less than 10, less than or equal to 10, I incremented, and this was the loop. And in this we are printing, first we'll print, so we are printing I. So what it will print? It will print from 1, 2, 3 till 10. It will print this code. But what if I want to see, means I want the output only till 5. If after the 5 control is going, then it should come out of the loop. So for that, what I'll write here one condition. If I is greater than 5, then break this state, means break this loop. So what the break keyword will do, it will make the code or control to come out of the loop. So now output will be 1, 1 is greater than 5. No, so it will print 2 is greater than 5. No, it will print 3 is greater than 5. No, 4 is greater than 5. No, 5 is greater than 5. No, when it comes to 6, 6 is greater than 5. Yes, it satisfies the condition. Then control will go to the break, and break is makes this control take the control to out of the loop. Then only till 5 will get the output. So for this purpose we use the break, and continue we use to skip the iteration. Like if the requirement is if we want to get only even numbers, okay, then what we can do? If I want even numbers only, then what we can do, we can write for int I is equals to 1, I is less than 10, I is incremented. The same loop I am writing here, and here we will printf percentage %d, which is for integer format specifier I variable. So output will be now 1, 2, 3 till 10. Okay. What if I want only even numbers? So if I want only even number, what I can do, whatever here odd numbers are coming, for these odd numbers I can skip the iteration. Let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For in these, 1 is odd, so I'll skip the iteration. 3 is odd, skip the iteration. 5 is odd, skip the iteration. 7 is odd, skip. 9 is odd, skip the iteration. So if I want to skip the iteration for this odd value, so I need to say, if I need to write the condition, if the value is odd, then skip it, and next go to the next iterations. So here I'll write, if this is odd, how to check the odd and even, guys, this, if the number, whatever number is, if it modulus by always by 2, okay, number modulus by 2 equal to 0, then it will be even, or else if it is not equal to 0, means n modulus 2 is not equal to 0, then it will be odd. Okay, so in the same way, if I modulus 2 is not equal to 0, then it will be odd conditions. So for this odd condition, skip that particular iteration by writing continue keyword. So it will skip the particular condition and go next to the goes the control to the next iteration. So far we have understood this. Now finally we'll move on to the switch. So switch is one of the condition statement, but I am explaining it at the last. Switch condition statement I am explaining at the last because I wanted to make you understand the use case of the break. So that's why I didn't explain you at that time. And the main difference between many people says that if else and switch both are same, then why do we need to write switch? If else is for complex condition checks where all condition will be checked inside the if else. But switch statement on a fly, it will check the conditions and it is more specific. Okay, more specific, it will check only this equals to condition. Okay, if it is equals to, proper match is there, then only it will execute. Not like whether it is greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not like that, it won't check these many conditions. So now what we'll do, we'll say, let's take one example, int day equals to 1, sorry, 3. Okay, so first I'll tell you the syntax. So syntax will be switch, and inside the switch keyword we have expression. So in this expression, nothing but whatever condition you want to put, condition or expression we can say. And here cases will be there. Case value 1. If, and this is colon. If value 1 means like how we use if, so in such a manner here we use case the value 1 case, if it matches the expression to this value 1, then we can printf or we can execute that statement. Later we need to write here break. Okay, here case value 2, if it matches with value 2, then it will print, and again we need it to write break. Or else means like else condition we have in if else condition, in a such a way we have default. If it is default, then whatever printf you want to write you can write, and here also if you want we can break, or by default it will be break only. So what is the use of break here? If break is not there, only cases are there, then control will keep on checking of means control will keep on executing, even if let's take here two values has been satisfied. If this has been checked on the fly, if it won't satisfy, if two values has been satisfied, it will print the 2, but later if break is not there, again it will move to checking the other conditions also, other cases also it will keep on checking. So that's why to control the flow of the switch statement we write the break after every case. Okay, these are the breaks. So I wanted to know first break state means understanding better break. Later I thought to teach you this switch. So now this is the example code as we are writing. So int day is there, and in this switch day is our expression. So first case will be 1, that we are writing integer. So printf for this Sunday. Okay, break case 2, printf Monday. Break case 3, printf Tuesday. Break default printf Thursday. Okay, break. So what will happen on a fly? switch statement, it will take the expression day equal to 3, so it will make 3 is equals to 3 as third one case will satisfy the condition, then it will print as Tuesday and it will break and come out of the loop. So this is the use case of the switch condition. Now we'll directly move to the programs which we have written here as examples. So let's first program is about the if else condition statements. So if the marks is equals to 85, if marks are greater than equal to 90, it will give A grade, and if marks are greater than equal to 75, it will give B grade. So for our condition, 85 means it is greater than equal to 75. This condition satisfied, we will get the grade B. So we'll run this code. So once we run, we'll get the output here. So something has happened. Let's see what has happened. Maybe we have uh, okay, let's try once again. Okay, at that time I had some compilation error. So now we got the grade B. We'll go to the next example, that is switch case example. We have day equal to 2. Now day 1, so this condition it will satisfy this day 2 condition, and day 2 case condition is Tuesday, so output we are getting as Tuesday, right? So next we will move on to our next example, that is for loop. In this for loop, what's happening? I equal to 1, I is less than equal to 5, I incremented. So every time we are printing the I till from 1 to 5. So here we'll get from 1 to 5. Now next is for loop, while loop. So we are printing again while loop in this way from 1 to 5. So again while loop we are getting 1 to 5. I don't need to explain this again, just I am walking you through the code. Means we'll get to know the syntax, we will get familiar with. Do while first it will print the means first it will print at least once, it will execute I equal to j equal to 1 is there, so it will print 1, and where it is, okay, here do while 1. After that, till satisfy this condition, it will keep on executing. Then if condition doesn't satisfy, it will come out of the loop as we got the output here. And now we'll go to the break, and what will happen in this break statement example? If k is equals to 5, break it. Means 1 to 10 iteration we are doing, but out of that only till 5, sorry, till 4 only we are printing. But for 5 we have this condition, so it should come out of the break, means come out of the loop. So till 4 only will print. Next, in the continue case example, uh, as it will print 1 to 5, but if m equal to 3, for that skip this particular iteration, so 1 to 4 5 you will get. So 1 to 4 5 we are getting. I hope you have understood this control statement, which is very important. Now next we will keep on learning the uh, dive deep into the like functions and many more topics further. Before that, we'll also cover the basic programmings. Thank you guys. I hope you have understood.